Hey guys, AnimeWestReacts here. This is going to reaction to One Piece chapter 1125, titled What Constitutes Death? So we start the chapter off with, or starting the cover page, or the cover story off with, fact that the guy with the nails in his nose that Frankie was working with is missing apparently. So yeah. Oden's castle is to be rebuilt, but Minamoto the carpenter is missing. And so, aside from that, getting into the actual chapter, it says, what's next for the Marines still left standing? So load the Seraphim as soon as they're charged. As for the weaponized Sea Beast and Mark III Pacifista, it says, oh, Rob Lucci-san, Kaku-san. Where's Stussy-san? And then, she says, killed in action, and then we have Kaku behind him. It's just really like a dark-looking panel of Kaku. Like, we can't see his expression. You just see that he's like gritting his teeth or clenching his fist. He's like got his fist is clenched, and he's not like smiling or anything. But yeah, everyone yells, or someone, the guy I guess that asked yells, what? And we says, we obtained everything we set out for at Saturn. He says, with York, Punk Records, and the power station in hand, we have secured access to the Eternal Mother Flame. That result would have been more than adequate, but we had one crucial hiccup. And meeting with all the vice admirals, they say, Chin guy, whose name I don't know, says, we're terribly sorry, sir. His name is Red Hound. Says, it's a disgrace that we failed to capture Jewelry Bonnie and the Straw Hat crew. And it says, even with our Grand Buster Call fleet, the 9 of us vice admirals couldn't get the job done. It says, please give us leave to pursue them to Elbaf. And Saturn says, no, forget Elbaf. The failure to which I refer is far more dire. Allowing Vegapunk's message to play was an unexpected disaster. It says, not to mention that Iron Giant surfacing to aid the pirates' escape. It's ironic, really. And then we see a flashback, roughly 200 years ago. It says, but St. Saturn, we already received orders to scrap it. And then he says, I will take responsibility should this be uncovered. Now do as I bid and study it thoroughly. And they say, really? And it says, this is the future. I am certain it will ultimately prove to be a great asset to our military might. Okay. Yeah, the scientists are like, thank you for the opportunity. It would have been such a shame to junk such an exciting specimen. And then he says, it remained dormant for 200 years, yet it clearly moved to protect Straw Hat Luffy. And Doberman saying, St. Saturn, as a humble and loyal soldier of the government, I have one question weighing on my mind. You said allowing Vegapunk's message to get out was a failure. Does that imply there was some truth behind his remarks? And Saturn just stares at Doberman, and then he just goes, like he got sent flying backwards, like he got like bleeding and everything. And someone yells, Vice Admiral Doberman. And it says, we need a medic. Slap one of them awake. Vice Admiral. And you got puffing, inside the lab, York saying, what's happening? Sky clouds, not good. They aren't stopping, and so, yeah. Then York says, why is the cloud factory going haywire? It must be Edison, that damn fool. He couldn't just roll over and die in the Fabrio Stratum, could he? And then Edison says, bingo. As York tries to like shoot a laser or something at it. And yeah, apparently it's gone. It's like, damn it, I've been played. York says, damn it, I've been played. He's taking punk records as it goes like flying up into the sky. Over at Meridoa says, what do you mean? That dimwit Vegapunk can't be telling the truth. What is Akainu doing? He still hasn't done anything about Kuma's escape. This is some of the celestial dragons talking, and one thing. Besides, the world's sinking doesn't affect us. This is what is with these scraps. Yeah. Someone when I'm eating says, what is with these scraps? You buffoon of a chef, I ordered beef. Why'd you serve me fish? And then the chef says, I'm so terribly sorry, your worship, our stocks have dwindled. And then he says, this is unheard of, and shoots the guy. And yeah, we got the celestial dragons all freaking out, saying the food issue has gone too far. One saying, I not only missed a meal yesterday, I wasn't allowed any snacks. Unacceptable, treated like a common street rat. Is there a famine? Will we starve? We must sentence whoever's responsible to death. And it says, no, that's not enough. The negligent scum responsible should be tortured for their mismanagement. And over into the room of authority, Garling comes in, so of course they're like, Garling, what do you think you're doing here? And he says, new orders have been bestowed upon me. And it says, new orders from whom? What are you saying, Garling? Tread lightly, you forget yourself. And then, yeah, Jiro's like, And then, yeah, Garling says, the Vegapunk known as York shall henceforth be under my purview, as I was just named the new Science Defense Warrior God. And then, yeah, it says, don't tell me. It says, the world is heading for turmoil. An unprecedented level of rebellion is imminent. And then he just plops down, puts his foot on his knee and says, let us work together for the betterment, to better the world, my fellow elders. So yeah, 5 elder planet Saint Garling. Ooh, so yeah, he got a promotion pretty much. Back to Egghead, says the island of the future. They say Saint Saturn, and he's like, this is what's happening to him. Yeah, you got Saturn, he's like grabbing his throat, going like, and then they're yelling, where are the medics? Hurry, we need them. And yeah, it says Saint Saturn, Doll saying, what's going on? And he says, he's one of the world's overseer. We can't let anything happen to him. And they're like, is it some sort of disease? And like, Saint Saturn, tell us what should we do? As you see him just like decaying, or he's like getting older and older. I guess it is like crinkling up, basically, or whatever. And he's like, I said, no, it can't be, and then yeah, everyone's there is like, what the? And then Saturn thinks Emu-sama, and Emu says, Saturn, Joy Boy was behind that escape and you allowed it to happen. And then yeah, Saturn's like, have mercy, how could I anticipate that power foiling us? And then he's just like, it says Emu-san, and there's like a big old explosion and blows everyone back. And then all that's left is Saturn's skeleton, pretty much. And so yeah, Little Levi Saturn was like a skeleton, is like Saturn's body is just gone. He's just the skeletons that's left on the floor. And then yeah, we go over to Punk Records up in the sky. We got Shaka thing. Looks like we weren't able to move the Labostratum 2. And then, yeah, Atlas says that traitor York got in the way. Thagger is saying the signal reaches across the globe, so she'll still be able to connect. Edison's saying, but that's better than handing the whole thing over on a... That's better than handing her the whole thing on a silver platter, ain't it? And then, yeah, they kind of just all put their body parts together, so... Or, wait, there was more of that. So, yeah. Until the day of humanity can access our brain, we have to keep it safe. Shaka says it'll probably be at least 500 years. I assume you used a roaming cloud. And it says, you got it, but the whole world will reckon us Vegapunks that are 6 feet under, so it ain't like we can leisurely tour the world now, right? And Pythagoras says, true, and with no funds or resources, we can't keep inventing either. It says, we'll just have to leave that to our partners. And then, yeah, we see this kind of hodgepodge looking Vegapunk. And it's like, it says, nice. How do we look? And it's like Atlas, one of Atlas's arm with Pythagoras' arm, and Shaka's body with Edison's head. And yeah, Atlas is absolutely bonkers. And Shaka says, I see you always admire my lovely proportions, huh? And he says, shut up, you knucklehead. And Atlas says, let's toss out the Yorks. Let's toss York's spare parts out. Good, they're creepy. Yeah. All the, yeah. Very effeminate bodies. But yeah, they're creepy. And then, yeah, it says, whether you come in, anyone there, this here's Vegapunk. And then, yeah, guy from whether I forget his name. That Nami studied under, he's like, Vegapunk, but I thought you were dead. Then we go over to the Kamabaka Queendom. So it says, oh my, how grisly, what's gonna happen? Are we going to die? I don't want to die. It says, no water's gonna kill me, I can swim. And it says, to put it bluntly, none of us knew these details. And it's Koala saying, the Void Century covered up a massive war, and that culminated in the ancient weapons tech, plunging the world 200 meters deeper into the ocean. Not only that, but the one who claims the One Piece will not only be crowned Pirate King, they'll likely get to wield that devastating power for themselves. And then, I almost called her Bucky. Forgot her name. It's like right there on the tip of my head. It's not Stacy. She's right there. Whatever. She says we can't let that happen. It's the one with the cheer power. So we can't let that happen. The world will sink. And Sabo says this explains why the first celestial dragons chose to live on the red line. It's at the highest point on the planet. Ivanko says there's also Tequila Wolf, Vodka Wolf, Rum Wolf, and Bourbon Wolf. Is this why they spent the last 700 years frolicking or forcing slaves? Yeah. Forcing slaves to build all those gigantic structures. Karasu says, all the pieces are falling into place. Lindbergh says, you took the words right out of my mouth. Morley says, mine too. Then dragons like elsewhere, I guess, on the beach says, Vegapunk, among those who heed your warning, many will act out of self-interest, not peace. We must hurry and achieve victory for our cause before the people of the world kill each other to secure habitable land. This is an era of chaos dawns. Ooh, so yeah, hope y'all enjoyed this video. We got a lot going on. Saturn just straight up died. Bello Betty, that's her name. That's the one I was blinking on. Bello Betty. But yeah, hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, then like it, share it, sub the channel, and yeah, I will see y'all for the next chapter, I think. Yep. Does not say break, so see y'all next week. So, later.